Hello, I'm Diana, and welcome to The Art of Love, where I explore the many shades of love through tarot cards, love stories, heartfelt conversations, and original songs. Today I've been thinking about something rather confusing. What happens when someone clearly likes you, but just won't choose you? They call, they flirt, they even remember the little things. There's chemistry and affection, yet somehow you never quite become a couple. Today I felt inspired to write a song about it. I've called it In Between Girl. I'm looking forward to listening to it with you together later. In the meantime, make yourself at home, pour yourself a cocktail, and relax. I think there's a rather strange situation we can find ourselves in sometimes. It's when someone gives us enough affection to believe something is happening, but never quite enough certainty to know where we stand. I think that's one of the strangest things about relationships. We tend to assume that if someone really likes us, eventually the relationship will naturally move forward. But feelings don't always work that way. Someone can enjoy your company, they can be attracted to you, they can care about you, they can miss you when you're not around, and still not want a relationship with you. That's what makes it so difficult. Because there may be nothing obviously wrong. No betrayal, no terrible argument, no dramatic ending. Just a little uncertainty. And uncertainty can keep hope alive for an awfully long time. You think, maybe they're not ready. Maybe the timing isn't right. Maybe they need more time. Maybe they'll eventually realize what this could be. And because they're still calling, still interested, still affectionate, you keep thinking there's something worth waiting for. But there is a difference between someone enjoying having you in their life and someone actually making a place for you in it. Imagine you've been seeing someone for a while. You have lovely evenings together. You laugh, you talk for hours. They remember the little things about you. They call when something happens because you're the person they want to tell. There's clearly something between you, and every now and then they say something that makes you think, perhaps this is finally going somewhere. We should go away together. I'd love you to meet some of my friends. I can really see us working. So you give it time. You don't want to rush anything. You tell yourself that something good is worth being patient for. But then the weeks become months and nothing really changes. Whenever the conversation gets close to defining the relationship, there's another reason to wait. They're not ready. They're confused. Or the timing isn't right. They've been hurt before. And because they're still warm towards you, you tell yourself there's no reason to walk away. After all, they obviously like you. But eventually you'll begin to notice something. You're listening very carefully to how they feel, but maybe not focused enough on what they are prepared to do for the relationship. And that can be a very revealing moment. Because perhaps the question isn't really, do they like me? Perhaps it is, what are they actually offering me? That's a very different question. Someone can like you and still offer you very little. And I think this is where we can sometimes get ourselves into trouble. We take someone's feelings and quietly turn them into a promise. But feelings aren't promises. Someone saying, I really like you, doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to choose you. And perhaps that's difficult to hear, but it can also be wonderfully clarifying. I think the heart of today's story is this. Sometimes someone can genuinely like you and still not be ready to choose you. And when that happens, it can be very tempting to wait, to believe that eventually they'll realize what they have, that eventually the timing will change and their feelings will turn into something more. But we can't build a relationship around what someone might eventually decide. We have to look at what is actually being offered to us now. Because being liked is lovely, being wanted is lovely, but being chosen is something else. And perhaps the question isn't, why won't they choose me? Perhaps it is, do I choose this? That question can change everything. I don't think we should ever feel foolish for hoping. Hope is human. Sometimes we see the good in someone. Sometimes the chemistry is real. Sometimes we simply aren't ready to let go. But perhaps there comes a moment when we have to stop looking at what something could become and start looking at what it actually is. So ask yourself, if nothing changed from this moment forward, would this relationship be enough for me? If you decide you want more for yourself, you don't have to make someone the villain because they can't give you what you want. And you don't have to make yourself the problem either. Two people can genuinely like each other and still want different things. That's one of the more difficult truths about love. But it can also be freeing, because you don't have to convince someone to choose you, nor should you ever do that. You simply have to notice whether they will. And if they don't, you get to choose what happens next. Sometimes love asks us to hold on, and sometimes it asks us to see clearly. Perhaps knowing the difference is part of the art. Join me in a toast to knowing the difference between being liked and being chosen, and to choosing wisely.
There was something in your eyes, something I could feel. You'd pull me close, then pull away, never saying what was real. We had nights that felt like ours. We had something I can't name, but every time I reached for more, you disappeared again. I never needed forever, I only needed to know. Were we heading somewhere, or was this as far talk about tomorrow. I'd let myself believe, but tomorrow kept on moving, and you never moved with me. So I stopped asking questions, stopped trying to read your mind. Some answers don't need saying when the silence tells you why. I was your in-between girl, somewhere between yes and no, close enough to feel your heartbeat, never close enough to be told. I was your in-between girl, the one you plan to leave someday, sweet enough to keep you happy till it's time for you to slip away. You were something, I was something, we were something. I thought it was love. I was your in-between girl, somewhere between yes and no, close enough to feel your heartbeat, never close enough to be told. I was your in-between girl, but I'm moving on tonight. I don't know where I'm headed, I just know I'll be alright.